Folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. We will make a Friday quick check because I love Fridays. I love Fridays. Even for me, a Friday doesn't mean, hey, it's weekend, I can sleep longer, I'm not going to do anything, everything is fine. No, I work actually 7 days per week since a while. Something nobody is forcing me. I just like to do it. Even sometimes I would prefer to have more free time and more quality time for myself and for my little family here. Anyway, we have big plans for this year, and that means someone has to kick my ass. If I'm not going to do it, nobody will do it. So that's why I'm going to spend this weekend with Venecia. Yeah. So the project that's going to be launched this year, that's going to happen. And well, we will see. And we will try to figure out what the market is going to do this weekend. So I can imagine they will push up to 25K just this weekend, or just let it dump, or nothing will happen. We will see, I guess. However, we will take a look on that and check what they have in mind, right? So let us go forward and try to figure out what the market could do next. Let us go directly, first of all, to the weights ratio 30 days moving average, something that I really don't know what they are doing. Every time when I think it's going to flip, we are going down, they push it up. It's indicating they are sending more Bitcoins to centralized exchanges, but the price is not declining. And while we are maintaining the current price level, we are still in my box between 2500 and 21400, maybe a little bit higher. They are creating a Bart Simpson pattern. While and only then it will dump as soon as PX and SPY fail their retest. Means 3,930, it's the key level on the SPX. So we can maintain there, we can go a little bit more up, but afterwards the sell pressure should increase and then retrace back below of 3,930. Only then it would make sense. Otherwise, yeah, my theory or my expectations, you can forget them, because if SPX, SPY goes up back to 4,000, Bitcoin will go to 1 million until tomorrow. So it seems, because someone, something, whatever is using a lot of BUSD to push up the price more and more and more. That's what's happening since now, well, since beginning of this year. So since almost 20 days, almost 3 weeks. However, at the same time, I never have seen something like this, indicating they are distributing, it seems, or they are sending more Bitcoins, and more Bitcoins. The question is how far they want to push up the price. I don't know. I really don't know. So we will see. Once again, yesterday, 58, just too high, but nothing is happening. Usually, when we go down, and that's what happened always, then the price went down as well. But nothing is happening, absolutely nothing. If we go forward, we can see that the weights ratio, 30 hours moving average, started to push up. Usually something where I would say, hey, that's crazy. That means sell pressure is going to rise. No, instead, they stop once again, and they let the price go up once again. Okay. So it seems they are still distributing, they are making their stuff, while, as we see as well here, the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges are not increasing. So what is pushing the price up? What is pushing the price up? I mean, the money has to be all the time in centralized exchanges. So who is pushing the price up? I guess centralized exchanges. I guess. It's my guess. So they have reserves. So I guess that's at least one explanation I have at the moment. Otherwise, I'm clueless. I don't know. However, we are done here. Let us go to the next one, because as I have mentioned many times, the wealth ratio is a very solid indicator, and at the moment it's just indicating, yeah, we are sending more bitcoins to centralized exchanges, but at the same time we just don't really to unload hard. That's what they are indicating. So let us go forward. So let us take a look here. Let us start with bitcoins. Well, first of all, in the last hours, it seems that we were receiving more bitcoins while they are also outflowing bitcoin. So if we check here, for example, they have started 4 hours ago with 1000 bitcoins, afterwards another 1600 bitcoins, afterwards 400 bitcoins, then 750 bitcoins, and last hour 400 bitcoins. At the same time, 2000 bitcoins outflow here, 160. So let us check. 2000 bitcoins outflow here, 1300 here, 180 here, indicating also here, well, that's our net flow related to stablecoins, so not really indicating us anything, only that we are not getting any stablecoins while the price is going up. They should tell me how that works. How that works. So does that mean all these guys have sold over the whole year last year, and they said, I trust the centralized exchanges, so I will let my billions there because, does that work in that way? I never heard about that, but maybe it's possible. Maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't trust any centralized exchanges and let 100, 200, 300 millions there, but it seems, while, of course, we are receiving a lot of good news. I mean, Genesis, Gemini will also get in trouble. I mean, we have a queue of bad news since last year. But it seems it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And that's something where I start in disbelief. And that's right. I'm not in disbelief because it's indicating me it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess even Binance could collapse and the price would go up. It doesn't matter because the whole market is in few hands. And only these guys will push up the price or not. I don't know if that's a solid market to be honest. I really never seen such a market before. And I'm not spending 10 years on this market. I have started in 2020. In the golden time, close before they pushed up and we started this huge and awesome, that was an awesome demand-driven bull run. After the big guys accumulated millions of Bitcoin since 2018. And when I jumped in the market, I didn't know that. I just started to make research and learn a lot of stuff, and then I have seen that. And I said, wow. But of course, I also have detected that these guys are really powerful because they triggered every fake rally, even the first all-time high we had in 2021, that was the 65. You remember? The way to the 65 was a roller coaster. It was push up very hard and nuke afterwards, push up very hard, and sometimes triggered by people like Janet Yellen, so it was indicating, wow, these guys have a lot of money and it seems influence. But exactly these guys are not accumulating anymore. So who is pushing up the market? I don't know. I really don't know. However, what we see here is bigger outflows, almost no inflows. I mean, since midnight, almost no inflows. Means these guys are not sending stable coins to centralized exchanges. These guys have their stable coins on centralized exchanges. But of course, you can buy directly with fiat, not, as I know, only with euros on Binance, but on Bitfinex, and I'm not sure if Gemini is also, I think they are offering the USD pair as well. But however, you can do it, but we will see it's not a huge volume. So let us go forward. I think we have said here everything. Let us take a look to the future market. So what is happening here related to futures? Let us take a look what's happening here. Well, first of all, you remember we received a lot of Bitcoins related to derivative. It seems someone just took profit afterwards. It seems, but that's something we'll talk about just in few seconds. Funding rate. Trend at the moment declining, indicating they are just demanding more shorts. Open interest doing the opposite, going up very hard while the funding rate is declining. Leverage ratio pushing up as well, but not that much. Stablecoin reserves on derivative exchanges declining. Yeah, so if we take a look to the stablecoins, inflow activity, for example, related to derivative exchanges, we can see it's peanuts. That was yesterday 230 millions. We had much more in the past, so it's not really relevant. We can take a look here. We can see what they are doing here. So we received a lot of Bitcoins to derivative exchanges, and it seems they are taking profit while the price just went up and down. So nothing happened, nothing really, relatively flat. I mean, we are talking about almost $800 difference. And as mentioned just before, we had twice big outflows related to derivative exchanges and stablecoins, but no big inflows. Whatever, it is what it is. So if we zoom out a little bit, we can see, and you remember the positive trend we had. We can use that one. And once again, we are here in the bottom, so indicating it's retesting this trend. I mean, that's a trend of the funding rate, but however, if it bounces and goes up, means they are going to long more. And if it goes and breaks down here, I would be careful, to be honest. But yeah, usually I would never use a trend line with the funding rate, because I don't think that makes sense. But just to show you, we are still, in a situation where they are demanding more shorts at the moment, but nothing huge. So let us go forward. And once again, we can see that. So yesterday, they just liquidated more shorts than longs. 440 in shorts and 130 in longs. That's it. So almost nothing. If we take a look here, that's the aggregated chart. We can see funding rate maintains positive. So here the aggregated one, it's lifting up a little bit more. Leverage ratio, it seems they liquidated a lot of high leverage positions. It's recovering, and open interest as well, but far away from what we had, for example, in April, and even what we had in June. And we are, I would say, on a level where we went after the huge liquidations we had, for example, in mid-June. And that's everything at the moment. So we can't see here anything special. On Binance, Oh, look, Binance making money. Open interest lifting up like hell. What's going on here? Now, it's not that much, but so the funding rate maintains almost neutral since well, I mean, it pushed up, it maintains now. Also here indicating they are longing more. Leverage ratio lifting up, open interest lifting up, indicating to the future market money is coming in. But also here we are far away from October levels, far away from October levels. And we can remember what they did just to push up the open interest. I mean, the price went from 18.7 then to 20,300. We are talking about not even $2,000. And then gamblers came in. I would like to see if that's going to happen again, because they are maintaining a bullish sentiment now since a while. And yeah, I mean, who is not longing that here? Only if you're trading based on price action, then you are dumb. If you are trading based like me, data and some, then you are dumb to long that. But that's another thing. Let us go forward. So Binance, even they are demanding more longs, it seems, at least related to the funding rate, or well, it was neutral. So it seems we are getting from both sides the same amount, but we can see that we are getting more shorts, 1.4 billion in shorts and 950 million in longs, indicating almost 60 to 40. Ouch. So if they really push up more, they will liquidate a lot of people, I guess. Similar looking on Ethereum. Once again, on Ethereum looks a little bit better, and shorts, Bitfinex also lifting up a little bit more, but longs, I don't know. It's always very high, so I wouldn't care that much. If we take a look now to the high leverage positions, for example here, related to the Kingfisher, we will see that we have on both sides. So to liquidate all the high leverage shorts, we have to go up between 21,400 and 21,600. So once again, if we push up 21,600, we visited 21,600 twice, 18th and yesterday. So why not today as well? It's possible. We will see if someone big is related to these high leverage positions, because they will try to protect it. Otherwise, and you can see it's much more volume or liquidation volume, we need to go down to 21,300 and then even until 20,800. So it will be possible. Yeah, I'm not sure if here they would get more money than here. I really don't know. But however, leverage ratio. Let us go to all leverage and check what's happening here. On that side, we can see that shorts on Binance are declining. We have clusters like at 25, almost 26 or 29. But we have bigger clusters, for example, at 17K on the long side. We have 210 million liquidations will be the maximum here, and we are talking about almost 190 millions here. So it is much more than, for example, these 150 millions, where they really need to push up much more higher if they want to do it. So that's what they, have to do if they want to liquidate them. But hey, it's in their advantage. We have weekends, low volume weekends. We know what that means, right? It's casino time. Let us go forward. So let us take a look what is happening here related to the market. We can see that they are once again, and it seems they want to break the 21,400 once again, because they are pushing and pushing and pushing. And of course, They are using BUSD to push more and more and more because USDT are declining. And even USD doesn't look in mood to push up more the price, but BUSD, they are so bullish. They are pushing up and pushing up and pushing up and more and more. Unlimited money, it seems. However, the same happening to stablecoins, stablecoin futures, while Bitcoin collateral futures looking a little bit different. Yeah, lifting up, doesn't look like they want to push up too much. Really, the only ones here pushing very hard is those using BUSD, and that's mainly Binance. On Binance, it's extremely bullish, it seems. Let us go forward. If we check what Binance is doing, and that's the BTC USDT only and the aggregated. So just in case you are wondering, we have here BTC USDT. That should be the aggregated, but it's not. I disabled everything else and I just have the BUSD here. And the same here. I unchecked everything and only checking the USD. They are active. So if we check that, that's for me useful to see what kind of, if they are using fiat, if they are using Tether, or if they are using BUSD to push up more the price. And at the moment, it's absolutely clear. We have sequences where they use Tether, for example here, but the main factor here is pure BUSD, or not even fiat. Even fiat looks really similar, but just related to the volume, it's not the same. Then we have here the spot CBD from Binance, BTC USDT only, and that's indicating it's pure down, pure distribution, it seems. And we have the aggregated one, means we are checking everything to see what all the markets are doing. And we can see that this chart looks very similar to what the aggregated is doing, and even what, for example, the coin margin. But look the trend of the coin margin. While stable coins, when you see that, you know it. These guys are trending it, indicating they are shorting, they are buying more shorts with Bitcoin collateral. We had that in the past and we know how it ended. So if we go forward, what is Bitfinex doing? Well, Bitfinex also here, for example, distributed very well. Not huge, like they didn't here, for example, but they distributed. If we check, for example, Kraken is buy. They are buying and buying and buying as well. If we check, for example, Bybit, they distributed. Their distribution was perfect, really perfect. Best timing. They bought very good, distributed afterwards, bought more to distribute more. So I don't know who is trading there and what algos are involved here, but if you are listening to me, congrats, you did very well. If we go forward, Coinbase, well, Coinbase, as you can see, it's not right now supporting the current price action. So yeah, they pushed up. We know Coinbase. They maintained and they distributed very well. It's pushing up a little bit, but nothing big. It's not really supporting the current price action. Well, Bitstamp only knows one direction. It's only up. And we have Gemini. Gemini, we will see what's going to happen with Gemini, because we know that Gemini could be in trouble because of Genesis. Genesis has announced to declare insolvency, or at least insolvency or bankrupt protection by Chapter 11. And yeah, we will see if that's going to have a big impact. To be honest, I mean, Genesis was a big one, was really a big one. I mean, My clients are institutionals. I told you so many times, I had so many discussions with them related to crypto, because many of them are old school, and for them crypto is fraud. It's pure scam. And I'm talking about banks. So of course, I wouldn't say crypto is a competition for their business. It could even bring them more money, but in my opinion, it's not crypto in general, the technology, the projects behind, it's more the actors involved. And I had so many discussions with them. And unfortunately, I need to be very quiet at the moment because it's really hard. I mean, for them, now they got any kind of confirmation. FTX. I mean, I'm not making this public now, but many of you know what I think about Sam. Not since yesterday, not since FTX collapsed, since 2021. I mean, Tether, Bitfinex, now Genesis. And Genesis was, in my opinion, one of the most solid in serious company related to crypto. And they demonstrated also there were just pure casino greedy stuff happening. And yes, I mean, it's really difficult to talk to an institutional, or at least to a banker, and say, no, but listen, they have so many arguments now to say, yeah, come on, FTX, Genesis, come on, tell me more. We have a huge hedge fund. They just use the money of their clients to gamble. And yeah, I have to say, yeah, you are right. Yeah, it's pure, yeah, unfortunately, but it's not crypto. It's these guys, these actors, but not the technology behind, not what we are creating, because crypto is what we are creating, not what they created. And that's a big difference. They wouldn't survive without us. That's something we always have to have in mind. Their success depends on us. That's the big thing. However, as you see, I'm a little bit pissed. We can see what they are doing here on Gemini, and we will see how the whole thing will end. However, also here, they didn't that bad, but afterwards they started to push up at a higher price, something that, I don't know, for me it does make sense. However, 8 minutes. Let us make a quick overview here. Retailers pushing up a little bit more, 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 declining. So once again, one follower said, yeah, but Inspo on YouTube. Yeah, but you know, all wallets with more than 1,000 Bitcoins are buying. You are wrong. Well, if you use CoinGlass, it's not my problem. Because CoinGlass is also everything above of 1,000 Bitcoins means you are counting Binance, you are counting Bitfinex, Gemini, Coinbase, also exchanges. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking to see if whales are buying or not. I don't care. I mean, when an exchange is getting more Bitcoins, doesn't mean they are buying it. It means that someone is sending their Bitcoins to a centralized exchange, right? So that's why I'm not using CoinGlass. In my opinion, useless 1K plus entities supply analysis, because for me it doesn't make sense. It's including any big centralized exchange as well with their hot wallets, cold wallets. For me, it doesn't make sense. However, market maker entities, they are still not buying. They are still getting, or maybe I'm wrong. Let us check what they are doing here, because we can see that. So these guys here received, once again, we can see that they received wallets. These guys here declined. What happened when these guys declined? Well, 10,000, less than 10,000 bitcoins, they go here to these guys here. If we check, for example, these guys here, also here, they declined a lot. Now went up a little bit more in wallets count. Also here, the same thing. And well, on retailers, it seems they are maintaining. And even these guys reduced a lot and pushing up. So also once again indicating that the market maker is not buying, but the market maker is getting other balances from other wallets, from upper or even lower entities, and shifting now to the market maker entities. So it's really important to see, because if they start to accumulate, and usually these guys don't start to accumulate when the dip is over or when the best optimal dip buy is over at 15,600, for example. These guys buy when the bottom, they create the bottom. These guys create the bottom and buy big, the best dip they can have. But they didn't yet. And people are saying the bottom is in. I tell you now, the bottom is not in. The bottom is not in. So let us check what the market maker is doing here. You remember yesterday almost 12,000 bitcoins or something, but nothing is happening. Absolutely nothing is happening. It seems we are still in a preparation phase. It's going to be the biggest preparation phase I have ever seen on crypto. We can see here bitcoins to derivative exchanges declining a lot, taking profit. On centralized exchanges declined a lot. We have, for example, one analyst, he is indicating us that we are getting bigger outflows from centralized exchanges. Of course, after such a pump like they did, pushing up more, I mean, they bought a lot of bitcoins. However, it doesn't have any bigger impact to the market, because the market activity is still declining, and even on future it looks like it's recovering a little bit, but still very low. So if we take a look, for example, to the fund flow activity, we can see that main driver here was, for example, mainly Kraken, Coinbase to push up the price and to push up more. Then always we can see as well that some network activity starts to show that's going to decline a little bit. However, here we can see Binance pushed up very hard with the support of Kraken and Coinbase. Coinbase initiate, it seems, everything here to push up more, while these guys here are always, it seems, because every time when the centralized exchange activity is declining, they are very active, and it seems these guys are still distributing, or it seems selling. On the miner side, nothing happening, absolutely nothing. They sent all the bitcoins required to centralized exchanges, derivatives, spot, whatever, and right now just maintaining. Today we're at 900 bitcoins outflow. That's it. So that's the 1 day time frame, just to see what's happening here. We can see that we have here new walls. One protection is at 22k. They have now one at 21,800, but the biggest one at 23. No, one big one at 23, but the biggest one at 25. And that's it. I mean, we can go up to 37 and we will still find something, but nothing big at all. If we want to see some protections, 15.5, 15 as well, and that's something really interesting, that they are introducing liquidity to the downside again. That's also very interesting, because if we check that, they reduced here a lot and they pushed a little bit more higher. Now everything between 14,600 and 13 is well protected. So you remember they removed a lot and now they introduced. So someone asked me if there is it possible to be spoofing? Yes, always can be. So Bitstamp, on Bitstamp, nothing happening. No, they removed a lot of walls here, but that's it. So reinforced here, no, at 15k, it's the biggest protection. Binance. On Binance, we have protected 22k, for example, a little bit 22.5, and we have now also at 25k, for example, a wall even at 30k, for example. Otherwise, they are protecting hard 20k, and yeah, afterwards they, I don't know why to introduce at 11,000, for example, some liquidity, but at 15.5, for example, they started to introduce some liquidity as well. What the hell is that? However, they reduced liquidity to the downside side. Everything between 14,500 and 12,400 reduced a lot. Binance BUSD, it's looking a little bit different. However, 25k, 23k, 22k, yeah, they are here. 20k is well protected, so that matches very well to what we have seen related to the option trades, right? So 20k is possible short term, but they are still expecting to go even more up afterwards. So 20,500, 20k, and we have here 19.2, otherwise 17k, 16.5, 16, and yeah, and they reduced a lot of liquidity to the downside as well. Bitfinex also here protecting, for example, 19, 18, 17.2, and finally 15.8. OKEX spot, nothing. OKEX swap, also nothing. They are still waiting at 17k. Kraken spot, Kraken, it seems they are at 22,500. Of course 19.5, and that's it. Maybe 18.6 as well, but that's really it. Bybit, BTC USD, nothing. And USDT just pushing up. They are protecting here 21k. They just want up, it seems. Bybit. BTC USDT and BTC USD. BTC USD looks much more bullish. However, if we check here, for example, we are on BitMEX. BitMEX here bringing 28k, 27.4, 26. Well, okay, we have here a lot of difference. 23, 24 right now. I don't know. We need to check, but however, we have here 15.6, a nice protection, 14,000, for example, and so on and so forth. But let us go here just for a moment to 1 hour time frame. Well, they were moved 22.3 and moved up, it seems, or at least, I don't know. Okay, so also nothing big here. Binance futures, wow, they want too long a lot until 25. So it seems everything is looking to 25k. 25, 25, 25. Because then we are there, but in my opinion, why we should go down afterwards, it doesn't make sense. If you are at 25, you can go straight up to 30 and maybe make a new all-time high just before, I don't know, before nothing. It seems only up. Wow, a lot of longs here as well, a lot of shorts, but as you can see, I don't know if they are hedging or just buying and hedging with shorts. I really don't know. At the same time, Bitfinex 18.9 too long and 13.8, otherwise only tiny, really tiny orders to buy. So to go short. Kraken futures, no, the only one it's 18.5, otherwise go down much more, 10,000 or something. So nothing where I would say, that looks interesting. They want to short at 36,000 on Arcex futures, otherwise at 25k, and long here at 19,200. So that's what we see here. Deribit on Deribit 20k, 19.5, 18.8, and also here it's it. Yeah, that's it.